Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. In this video, we're going to actually do yet another update for my Waterloo project, right? I've got, I'm talking about my epic Waterloo project where I'm putting together a bunch of miniatures for the whole 100 Days campaign, the Quantabra, also maybe sectors of Waterloo itself, like Hougoumont or La Haye Sainte, etc., etc. Okay, now I think it was just last night, I recorded a video where I showed off some Old Glory 15 millimeter miniatures, right? And like these right here are the Brunswick miniatures. I have already attached to some popsicle sticks and primed my some Hanover units or unit, and I was going to experiment with painting those up and gluing them on. Specifically, okay, British guy disappearing. It's because I don't have this sealed up. I was gonna, the video was to help me determine what base sizes I was going to be using, and I thought that I was going to use the 20 by 30s. Okay, this was the base size that I had set out to use, but then thinking about it, sleeping on it, I determined that I'm going to take a page out of my old Napoleon's Battles bases, and they were 20 millimeters wide frontage, and they were an inch deep, right? Where these I'm turning them sideways. I was going to go 30 millimeters wide, which is like an inch and a quarter, and then a 20 millimeters deep. And having attempted to place some miniatures on this base, I was going to put 6 figures on this base. It is really, really tight. I mean, these guys are touching, right? And I don't want that. Specifically, not the side by side so much, but the front to back, they're touching or they're overlapping, or I have to put figures catty corner so that they can fit on the base or what have you. So what I did was I took a page out of my Napoleon's Battles base sizes, and I just ordered some 30 millimeter wide by 25 millimeter deep. So they're going to be just a little bit deeper. It's still not going to be a square. I mean, I even thought 30 by 30 might be pretty cool. Then I could put like 3 ranks of dudes on there for a total of 9 figures. But then I said, nah, that's not going to look right. So I'll just go with 20 millimeters or 25 millimeters deep by 30 millimeters wide. So waiting for those bases in. Plus, I haven't painted my Hanovers, but I'm going to, and the Brunswickers. I'll paint those probably before I get the bases in. But that's the plan. I'm not going to do the 20 by 30s. And then I worked out the cavalry, which is going to be 25 deep, which is going to be the exact same as the infantry, but it's going to be a full 50 millimeters wide. So, and then I'll put like 3 models or 4 models on there, 4 cavalry models. Artillery, I think what I decided to do on that was 30 millimeters wide by 40 millimeters deep, I think, 30 by 40s for artillery. And then generals, I was going to do 1-inch circles, or 25 millimeter circles for my brigades, and then an inch and a half for divisions, and I'll put 2 figures on it, and then 2-inch circles for my corps. So everything is going to be scaled down quite a bit. But this order right here, I got in today, and I'm really excited about this. I am super excited about this. This came in pretty quick. I ordered this on the 27th, and today is the 10th. Actually, it came in on the 9th. It's just after midnight. That's why it's the 10th. But I held off on actually tearing it open until I got an opportunity to turn on the camera so that you guys can watch with me. This is my front rank order, and let's see what it's like. Let's see what's inside of this thing. I think I'm going to put the box down here on the floor, and then lift the bags up into camera so that you and I and everybody can see. I do want to do a review, a close-up of the Hanover guys and the Brunswick miniatures from Old Glory before and after I fully paint them. So, and I want to talk about the quality of those models, but I might wait till my second shipment comes in. Yeah, we'll have to see, because I haven't, before I open this, 15 millimeter Old Glories, I used to have every miniature in either minifigs, Essex, Old Glory, I can't remember, but there was like a fourth brand. I don't think it was Hincliffe or something like that. I don't remember exactly what the fourth brand was, but I had a bunch of models, and I could do every single unit, Prussian, Allied, and French, in Napoleon's battles, Waterloo. And that was plus I had a few Russians, believe it or not. So I had a ton of 15 millimeters, and I would say more than half of my models were Old Glory. And Old Glory and the new Old Glory seem to be a lot different. The Old Glory models, if I remember right, just seem to be very chunky, like minifigs were very thin, and these Old Glory seem to remind me a lot of my minifigs. Now, it could be that I've gotten away from 15 millimeters and I've focused on 28 millimeters for so long that maybe my memory is playing tricks on me. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we got in this box. All right, we got some peanuts. And looks like we got our third invoice. I've got a couple invoices. Okay, I don't know if you can see all that, but let me put this on the floor like I promised. Promised myself, actually. And then what we'll do is we'll look at them right here. Okay. This is a Napoleonic reinforcement. I'm sure that's what the Napoleon Reinforcement 2 stands for. Let me see what Hanoverian Marching. Post 1812. Okay, well, I would hope so. Okay, we gotta open them up. I can't just look at them in the bag. Now, Front Rank does this thing called battalion packs, which come with 36 models, and they come with something called a reinforcement pack, which comes with like 24 models. And depending on how you do your battalion, because I know a lot of people will use 36 figures in a battalion, but I only use 24, so a reinforcement pack is perfect for me. Okay. Hell, this might be, actually the reinforcement pack might be 36 figures. I don't remember, because I ordered so many Hanoverians because I need to do like 6 units of them anyway. So I figured it would be cheaper just to get the 36 figure packs. But I could be wrong. Let's take a look at these. Man, these models don't have any flash on them hardly at all. Okay, there's a little bit right there, and there's a little bit right there, but damn, I can see good detail on these guys. They seem to be a little bit big. Like 29 millimeters or something like that. Might have to go get a Perry model and see if they're close. Or a Warlord. Okay, I went and grabbed some Warlord models, and I let me zoom in a little bit, just a little bit, not a whole lot, but just so you can kind of see what's going on down here. All right, so these are Warlord British. They're also Hanoverians. They use the same figure poses, they just swap out the heads. I don't know, you might be able to see this upside down, right side up. I'm just looking for shoulders because heads, actually the shoulders are exactly the same. Okay. And then I went and grabbed one of these Brunswick Jaegers from Perry. Yeah, okay. Yeah. They just look bigger. I don't know what it is, but they just look chunkier. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just chunkier. Thicker bodied. Okay, let's see how many are in here. 6. Okay. All right, just so you know, okay, it came with flagpole. 2 of them. Downside is I didn't get any of the finals or anything on that. But luckily, I've got some other flags that I can swap out and use. But I have some pikes. Yeah, so this is a 36 figure pack. Drummer, and you see these standard bearers are wearing the Belgique Shakos. Oh, and this commander is wearing a Belgique Shako as well, and this officer as well. But everybody else has the campaign caps. I don't remember what they call them, but okay. These guys look pretty damn good. I'm going to be oh, and the okay, that's really nice. They really put some detail in the hammer and the pan and all that for your musket. Rest of it, it's okay. I mean, you know, it's all right. All right, so let me put these up. All right, so that was my Hanover reinforcement set. Remember, it comes with 36 models, so I only use 24 in a regiment. So I'll have what do I have? I'll have 12 figures that I could use in another regiment. Okay, let's see what this other bag is. This is heavy as heck. Okay. This is another, looks like my Brunswickers. Yeah. I ordered some Brunswick Hussars. Okay. Now these are Ziplocs. When I ordered these, this is something a little funny. When I ordered these, it comes as a 12-figure unit, which all cavalry units are 12 figures. But then when I went to actually mark on my chart that I have ordered these, I realized that I needed a large unit, and a large unit is more than 24 models. It's usually 2 extra bases, so I needed another 4 models. So what I did was, instead of going back and reordering just 4 Hussars, I was planning on putting a Perry order in anyway, so I just added a pack of Brunswick Hussars, which comes as 6, to my Perry order. So what that's going to do is it's going to give me 2 extra Brunswick Hussars, and I'm just going to use those 2 extra Brunswick Hussars as Brunswick ADCs or Brunswick Brigadiers, or just put them on inside regiments or something like that. I'm not sure. Okay, let's take a look at these horses first, because I didn't cut myself, but I got real close to cutting myself, so I put that on there just to help. And that's a staple that can go in the garbage. Okay, it's a beautiful horse. You can really see the texture of the fur. Saberdash, or whatever they call that. There's no saddle or anything, just the Saberdash on most of these. Now, this one's got the saddle blanket, which I think is either the officer or the musician. If there's only one, I'm just going to make it the officer. Yeah, everything else is a Saberdash. I think the musician has a white Saberdash, actually, and everybody else's is black. I think. I'll just have to go back through and really look. But yeah, these horses are... It's a lot of weight. These are heavy models. More so than Perry, I think. Perry horses are heavy, but these are really heavy. Okay. Now, I'm not going to look at every single one of these guys, because 9 out of 10 of them are all exactly the same. There should be 12 of... Oh, hold on. Okay, that's... Okay, so that's the roll that's on the saddle. They attach it to the model so that when I put this guy on the horse, the saddle will be included. It's not really a saddle. I guess it's just a rolled blanket in the back. But still, it's attached to his butt. Yep, these guys are all pretty much exactly the same. Yeah, you can see the skull and crossbone on there. And you can see individual dots down his stitching on his pant leg. Those are individual button stitches or what have you. Skull and crossbones on the back of his ammo can. I thought there would be one on his little... I'm not sure what that is. Okay. These guys all have the same... Okay, this guy's a little different. But I was going to say, these guys all look pretty much this. Okay, it's like this guy is looking a little bit this way, and this guy is looking a little this way. But it's it's almost exactly the same. Almost. This guy's looking completely off to the other side. Same with this guy, and boy, his skull and crossbone is really dominant. All their bodies and hands look exactly the same. You'll notice they have no right arms. Well, the right arms come separate. I'm going to have to actually glue them on with their sabers, right? So there's 9 of them, and there's 9 of them. Okay, and then there's that one staple is blocking everything. Okay, and then this is the command element, which saber, got to be another saber, and a bugle. So there's no real standard. There's no standard bearer. None of these are standards. Okay, no worries. A lot of cav wouldn't deploy carrying their standards anyway. Okay, these guys look pretty good. Yeah, you'll notice the officer doesn't have that little roll on his butt because he actually will be sitting on that model there. Oh, and he doesn't have a thing. Okay. Because I was planning on taking that plate there and gluing it down on my popsicle stick like I did for the Empress Dragoons, and that way I can paint these guys separate from the horse. But these guys won't really matter because they're pretty much all black anyway. Okay. Now I could put these guys in with the horses. I don't need to have them in a separate. And then I'll have, I think, once I get that in, I'll have, oh yeah, the artillery piece. Now with the artillery piece, I should have everything I need for my Brunswicks. No, that's not true. Dang. I got Brunswick lights I still have to do. Okay, I lied. Okay, so there's the cav. I got more. I think I got about 6 different things. Yeah, Hanover in Shaco. Okay. So this command unit is in caps. The leaders are in caps and not in Shakos. But the rest of these guys are all exactly the same. Okay, so now if you think about it, just with these 2 packs, I just made 3 units because there's 12 extra in here and 12 extra in there. But honestly, I didn't, because that would be a unit without any extra command. You with me? So the math doesn't work out exactly perfectly. And then this is the 3rd one. Okay, now the unit. Okay, here we go. Now these guys are on stovepipes. What is this? Okay, this says infantry and command in Shaco. Yeah, these models are awesome. I don't need to open it up. I can just see that they're awesome. I'm super happy that they included the standard pole. The only downside is there's no spear tip on the top, but I've got those. I've got spear tips. Actually, I got those extra Spanish ones I could probably use. I'll have to take a look at those. Okay, so there's 3 units with a unit and a half extra without command. Right? Right. That's a lot of Hanover, guys. But I needed them. I need the militia. I need the line. And each province, like Verdun and Grubenhagen and Linden and all those, they have different, not only do they have different colors, but some wore the Shako, some wore stovepipes, some wore the caps. Okay, now here we go. We got some smaller little packs now. Speaking of which, here looks like a Hanover Command pack. 6 guys, Hanover Command. Speaking of which, I needed, with 2 commands, I could make 2 more units effectively. Not sure what those guys are, but here's one. It's the same command that's in the unit anyway. I think they come with standards. Okay, I just don't have this tops. That's weird that they would give me the standard, but not the spear tip. Okay, we're not going to look at those just yet. I just want to see if I have a second Hanover down here. Popcorn's in my way. I can't feel everything. Alright, and we got these packs right here. These are all exactly the same. No, they're not. B. I bet you they're all British. 3, 3, and 3. What the heck is that? Mixed British Light Company Infantry in Stovepipe. 6 figures per pack. 24 is the command. Okay. So this is 1 battalion of light infantry. Okay, I like this guy's got his hat off. Now you would think the British would have 2 standards. They do. 2 standard bearers. He's got a... Wait a second. Do light infantry have standards? I didn't think they did. Yeah, they got 2 standard bearers. They're all in stovepipes. Sergeant. Bugler, not a drummer. Nice. Alright, so I got my British, I got 1 unit of British lights. They're not the 95th. They're actually British light infantry, not riflemen. I know it's not flankers. They actually have a regiment, light infantry. I can't remember what the number is. The 24th, maybe. I'd have to look up the regiment and tell you, but I'm not sure what it is. Okay, now I got 12 mounted figures. They got the horse blankets, the horses. They got the cavalry. Now this guy's got a standard. Okay, I'm gonna have to open this one and take a look at it. These guys out of the way. Let's get those guys out of the way. Okay, so these are my Dutch-Belgian hussars. That's great. Which I think is really Dutch hussars. Because the Belgians had the light dragoons and the Dutch had the hussars, if I remember right. these staples. I'm not concerned about the horses so much as I am the guys. It's like Christmas all over again. Also, guys, if you're interested in some really nice looking models, really look into Front Rank. Go to Front Rank Miniatures, and man, that's a beautiful looking model. You can see he's got his furniture between his legs. This has got to be the officer. I don't know. This guy, he's a standard bearer. He's got a different type of shako. He's got like a stovepipe, where these guys have like the French Dragoon style shakos. And it looks like their sabers are individually mounted on the figures themselves. Yep. But this one gives you a standard. I'm like, that's good, because I've got their flag. This would be the Dutch Hussars. Oh, bugler. There's the bugler. Okay, these guys are all kind of the same, so I would think they're just the regular troops. And this guy's in a different pose, and he's got an epaulette. These guys don't have epaulettes. Okay. He has an epaulette and a different type of shako. Yep, these guys are all the same. This guy's got, must be the officer. So there's your command element. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yep, and there's 12 of them. Okay, there's 2 broken sabers. They basically had just popped off their little metal bases. Nice. Because you can put them down or up. You can mix and match, make them each look individual. They all have like this little carbine on their side. That's cool. Because light infantry, you know, were also skirmishers. I like the fact that their strap is like super thick, so it'll make it easy to paint. Okay, so all of these guys, man, I got so many models to paint. I don't know where I'm going to start. I was going to paint my French artillery, but I don't know if I'm going to. Okay, and the last pack that I've got is Dutch Belgians artillery. Yeah, it's Dutch Belgian, 2 crew. Let me rephrase that. 2 guns, 8 crew. And that's how I base my guns anyway. I put 4 figures and 1 gun on a base. There is a standard pole in there with the guns. I think that's the axle. Yeah, okay. So that standard pole is what you're going to use as your axle. Now there's 2 guns, so is that's okay. I got another couple standard poles from previous sets, but I guess if I cut it directly in half, it'll be long enough for, I'll have to figure it out. You got the guy holding a cannonball. He's holding a rope, which I think is kind of cool. These are also horse artillery pieces. So he's got a rope, he's got a rope. He's got a cannonball. He's got a swab, he's got a swab. He's lighting it. Okay, so there's one guy lighting it and then an officer with a sword. Those are the only two that are different. Everything else is doubled up. But that's fine. That's fine. That's great. So I got some Dutch Belgian artillery, which I'll need for Quatre Bras. Okay, well that was my front rank order that I just got in. I'm super excited about it. I'm going to have to find some place on my shelf to put all this. But let's do a little recap of my update today. I got an order in from Front Rank. Got my Brunswick Hussars, which I'm not going to work on until, well, this heavy bag, man. Whew. I'm not going to work on until I get those Perry Hussars in. I did get the Dutch Belgian Hussars, which I could work on those. I got the Dutch Belgian artillery. I got the British Light Regiment. I got the British Light Regiment in. I also got in 3 reinforcement packs of Hanovers. Remember, that's a total of 36 models each. So that's 1.5 battalions. So 1.5, 1.5, making a total of 3. And then, well, we'll just call it this, 3, 4.5. So I would have 4.5, well, 4 3/4 actually. So if I get one more command pack, which I think I have already, but if I don't, I can get one more command pack and I would have a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd have 5 battalions. Okay. Just from Front Rank. They're priced reasonable. I was really there. I mean, and if you need to, just guys, if you need to, you can actually order one individual model if you want. You need one horse, you can order a horse. You need one man, you can order a man. Or you can pick them in battalion packs like this, and you'll save money. And if you order over, I think, 175 pounds or 150 pounds, something like that, he'll give you 10% off. So yeah, I'd recommend checking Front Rank out. Good prices. My 15 millimeter project, which I'm not really going super strong on the 15s, not yet. That's something that I might take up as kind of a secondary. I might do American War of Independence in 15s. I might do some Hail Caesar in 15s. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to kind of feel it out. But I did order some 25 by 30s for these 2 battalions that I'm going to do, just to kind of get an idea of what they look like and how they feel on the table. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming out and watching this update. And every time I get anything new in, or I make any changes or any updates, I'll let you know about them. And I appreciate you guys following along with me. And if you have any questions about my Waterloo project, my 28 millimeters, my 15 millimeters, or if you're just interested in learning black powder or Hail Caesar, just let me know. Drop me a message in the chat box. I'd appreciate it. And also, just so you know, I paint figures too for sale, and I put that on my eBay store, and you can find me at Wargaming in Miniatures. All right, thank you for coming out and checking this out. and I'll see you next time.